Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really, really, really nice show for you today. Please stay tuned. And we have a very special guest, myself, and all of podcast Jebuth. So I'm under the impression that everybody is freaking out to get you, right? Especially companies. They tell you one price and then it's something else. Had an issue where I was quoted on something. And then when it was over, it was like, 40% more. And then, I told you it was about. Well, 40% more is not about. And this is what we're doing. And you're at my mercy. And that kind of sucks. What else do you do? How do you function when it's just consistent? I had, the internet company. I told them, hey, I need this changed at this day. They did it 5 days early. And then I tell them, oh, we're so sorry. And then, I got transferred like 4 times, spent 2 hours on the phone, never got it resolved. And it's all the same shit. Everybody's out to get you. It seems like nobody's there for your best interest. They're like, here, Mr. Customer, we're going to really, really show you how fantastic we are. We're not like everybody else. And the world doesn't work like that. I mean, it should. And you hear about every once in a while, if it's maybe a niche industry, like, I don't know, a restaurant or something, but like even like big corporate restaurants, they could care less. It's all about profit dollar. And nobody's really trying to like, oh, we're trying to help you. And then in the midst of all this, with prices skyrocketing, money deflating, and the world in shambles, nobody wants to work. There's COVID everywhere. You get a vaccine, kids get vaccine. Everybody's, scared if you're coughing in public. Nobody cares. And I think we got to learn to care more if there is such a thing. I mean, let's just say we had that world, right? Where people are caring, right? They're just like, oh yeah, I understand that you're unhappy. Let me really work hard at my hourly position to make your life better. Would people be happier, like driving around? Would they not cut you off on the road? Would they wave to you and hold the door? I was at the coffee shop and this old man was walking up and I held the door for him and he walked. It was like, you walk in and then there's 2 doors. I saw him coming, so I held the door for him, which I do a lot. I don't care who you are. And he walked in. He didn't say thank you. I thought, okay, whatever. And then there's another door, so I let that door close. And he's just letting that door slam in my face. Just like, jeez, dude. Like, wow, dude, I just held the door for you. You can't just hold it for me or say thank you, whatever. Just all about his life. And I get it. I mean, he was probably 70 or 80. I mean, maybe he was on his way out or something. But, dude, little gestures of kindness you can... improve people's day, or at least let them think that the world's not in shambles. But that's where we're at. Nobody's holding doors. Nobody's saying thank you. Everybody's screwing you over. And I hate to be super negative because the goal is for you to be super positive and then maybe reflect on some of these people. So by holding that door, maybe that guy one day holds the door for somebody and says thank you. I doubt it, but we can only dream. To the movies. I saw last night in Soho, which is really good. Kind of like a thriller, psychological thriller, horror, drama, by the same guy who did Baby Driver. And, it takes place in London, and it's this girl who wants to be like the 60s, and all this stuff comes back, flashback in the room she rents. It's freaking pretty awesome. Then, the following evening, I went and I saw the new Dune. And I went stoked, right? I'm like, oh yeah. So the night I went to go see last night in Soho, I was thinking like, oh, I wonder what it's rated. And so last night in Soho was like a 7.2 or something. And Dune was also playing around the same time, but it was an 8.6. I was like, oh man, it's 8.6. But anyway, I went and saw last night in Soho. And then the following evening, I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Dune, dude. 8.6, right, bro? Fucking 3-hour movie. I fucking didn't like it. I mean, it was cool, but it was just like everything you expect on a big budget. Like, it left you where you gotta see part 2. It was slow. I mean, I haven't read the book. I'm gonna probably read the book. It makes no sense. I don't know. It made no sense to me. And I saw the original Dune, which, David Lynch did, and I guess I didn't like that either, but I've just been optimistic, and I was like, oh, 8.6, bro, it's gonna be freaking nuts. Didn't do it for me. I don't know. Maybe if somebody else has seen it, tell me different. Maybe I missed something, but it was kind of slow, lagged on, and obviously for 3 hours of my life, I expect a lot. I expect a lot for 3 hours. I mean, but at least last night Soho was pretty good. And then I've been reading, but I haven't finished. It's a big book, the Judd Apatow book, Sick in the Head, and it's really good. So I'll give you an update as soon as I finish that. But that being said, be kind, be gracious, be humble, try your hardest, do your best, read more books, stay amazing, podcast, Jebuth.